Hello, I'm Dana Terrell, a licensed clinical social worker in San Diego, California, and I offer healing workshops focused on healing from some of the common challenges that relationships bring to us throughout life. These common challenges were identified by Murray Bowen, and they are conflict, that's fighting, arguing, criticizing, all that thing. And then distance, avoidance, ignoring people or ignoring the topic they brought up and switching the topic. Or it could be divorce or disown or going into cutoff, no contact. The next basic pattern that is common is called triangling. Bowen coined that term, and that means bringing a third person into a problem. So you're mad at somebody, you gossip about them to somebody, or you're disappointed in a lover and they're not giving you exactly what you want, turn to somebody else. Those are common forms of triangling. Also bullying, ganging up on people. That's triangling also. And then the fourth basic relationship pattern that causes problems is basically like codependency. Bowen called it overfunctioning, underfunctioning, reciprocity. His insight was that this often can switch. You might act like you're the big cheese a lot of the time, and at a certain point, you crash. You've been overdoing so long, you burn out. Or maybe somebody's been underfunctioning. Maybe they've been drinking, engaged in some sort of an addiction, whatever it is. And then they get into recovery. They start to really bounce back, and it's interesting for family members to adjust to these changes. Sometimes challenging, even to adjust to good changes. So I am offering these group workshops for a long time. I've just been researching them. I've proven that they work. I've proven that they help increase people's emotional maturity and gradually improve their relationships, and gives them skills to take into the future so they can prevent these problems or overcome them quickly when they develop. So I've been practicing this theory. It's been about 45 years. And it's enriched my life totally, and that's why I love sharing it with people, and I don't want to retire. So group therapy done with the EMDR protocol added to it helps Bowen theory help people more quickly, more efficiently. EMDR is an efficient therapy for handling very disturbing experiences. And I base this on a researched group protocol by Ignacio Herrera. It's well researched and proven to work. So it's group therapy, but it's so different from any other group therapy because you have complete confidentiality. You don't have to share your disturbing experiences or embarrassing experiences. You don't share it at all. We all heal together in the same space by virtue of using a little simple drawing protocol. We draw simple stick figures. Nobody knows what your stick figures mean, and I get to look at them, but I can't tell what's going on in them. So I want to play a comment by one of the people who've gone to several of my workshops. And I sure hope you can hear it because she's full of enthusiasm. So let's give it a try.
Jana, one thing that I absolutely love about your groups, I've always felt very safe, and we don't have to share the trauma, so we're not triggering each other. We just share the healing modalities, and we actually share the beautiful results of healing. And the group synergy is amazing, and you hold a sacred space that is like none other, very powerful, loving, and kind, because your consciousness brings us all up. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Well, I hope you can hear that. That is what I aim to do, and people do feel safe. They do feel safe facing some of their most disturbing experiences. The thing is, you are in a group where people can relate to this type of experience. For instance, the next workshop coming up in May 2026 is estrangement, how to prevent and overcome and heal from estrangements. And this is getting more and more common. People go no contact. They decide to have nothing to do. Sometimes with loved ones, sometimes with parents, siblings, friends, or children. So now we will learn that sometimes it is the best thing to have separation. So I will give you a checklist for what are the healthy times to do that, or maybe the healthier ways to do it, which doesn't require such an extreme position. But sometimes if there's violence, you do need an extreme position, and sometimes you need a restraining order. So we will go through the practicalities of that. People go into estrangement or cutoff because they feel a need for safety. That must be acknowledged in order to heal. There's a lot of therapists who have noticed that this is almost becoming a fad. Or they've used the word epidemic of estrangement. Researchers are seeing higher tendencies, but they also have some good news from their research. And that is that approximately 70% of all estrangements are overcome in time. Now, how long does it take? 5 years? 10? 20? With Bowen theory, I overcame a very severe cutoff with a loved one in 2 years. Yeah, wasn't easy. But it didn't take 10 or 20 years. And that relationship has become very healthy, very close. We're able to share things and to travel together and have fun. So this just, you can improve a relationship that starts out with a need. Somebody has a need to cut off. So I want to give you hope. And if you're interested, you can go to my website, ibetherapy.com, and click on the workshops tab. And I offer a couple of workshops a year. And I will soon be training a lot more therapists in this method, because right now I'm the only person doing it. And that's just not right. It's too good to keep under a hat. So feel free to reach out to me. My name is Dana Terrell. My website, ibetherapy.com, and click on workshops to learn more. Or you can go to my YouTube channel. And I should have a link to that in my website as well. Okay, take care.